Okay. Welcome, everyone. Today, we are honored to have an incredibly talented guest joining us. He's a trailblazer in Dominican music, representing the bouillon rhythms and vibrant culture of Dominica on the global stage. A true artist at heart, he's captivated audience with his unique sound, lyrics, and undeniable passion for his craft. From his award winning hits to his powerful performances, he continues to push the boundaries of Dominican bouillon music while staying deeply rooted in the rich cultures of traditions in his homeland. Please help me welcome the one and only Mr. Ridge. Mr. Ridge, it's such a pleasure to have you here today. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. Just recovering from my show last night in the Queens.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was there, so I know exactly what you mean. We're both recovering. We are both recovering from last night's show. That was a really, really good show, by the
Yeah, thank you.
way. Sure, absolutely. Okay, so we're just gonna sort of dive into the interview questions. And for the audience, if you all want to pose a question later down, please feel free to do so. We'll pause and take any questions from the audience. So the first question is,
Or
can you tell us?
just before you jump into questions, you have
Sure.
a Facebook link I can share on my page so I can have my fans
Yeah, I'll send
watch
it
as
to you.
well.
Hmm. I'll send it to you. Let me share it. Yeah. Okay, I sent it to you.
Okay.
All right, cool. So we are streaming on four different platforms right now: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
Okay.
So
Yeah, ready for you when you're ready.
sure. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and how you started in the music industry?
Okay, well, I started off playing classical music. I started Fury, Miss Later in Virgin Lane. My dad bought a keyboard for me when I was around 12 years. So I started off classical. And then after reaching up to grade three in theory, I started
Hmm.
playing with some local bands, playing our local music like local Zouk, Booyah. Ever since I've just been on a musical journey. It's been
Hmm.
almost 18 years now. I've been on this musical journey, and that's where I'm at right now.
All right, great. What was the music scene like in Dominica when you first started?
There was not really a music scene, but it was at the time was more WCK and Serenade with the two bands I
Mm-hmm.
used to look up to, and they were battling out with each other. So I kind of come from an era where I really saw the creation of Booyah up to what it became
Hmm.
right now. A lot of the guys only
Yeah.
saw get saw Triple K, which was the reading part, but the real musical part with CK, Serenade, and also Swinging Stars, I got
Hmm.
to experience that. And I had a small band, it was kind of hard to get instruments in Dominica, but we had what we had.
Yeah.
We used to make it work.
Yeah. um, who were your biggest inspirations when growing up?
Musically,
Yes. Hmm.
yeah. I used to listen to a lot of Bells, Combo, Midnight Groovers, Serenade. Like the
Hmm.
first keyboard, when I really started playing keyboard, I used to really imitate the patterns of Cornell. Cornell was
Yeah.
an inspiration to me, and then from Cornell, we had Triple K. We had Keeler, Little Man from WCK. I used to watch their style, how they playing. And as I began to tour and travel for music, I started watching a guy called Corey Henry. He was really a big inspiration in terms of how he used to solo and does really fuse contemporary music with his other genres of music.
Yeah. All right. How would you describe your music style, and how does it reflect your Dominican roots?
My music style, I would say, is something that is really modern,
Okay.
and I really try to always keep the cultural aspects of our
Hmm.
music. Somehow I
Yeah.
mix it. Like I did a song with Chubby, mixing music with Chubby. I did some with the
Hmm.
Prime Minister. There's like anybody. Doesn't really have to be a musical person. Like once
Hmm.
you from Dominica and you have that culture, I try and bring out the essence of somebody
Yes.
into music. So I think that's one of my strong points. I can really just take anybody, see what's their strong point, and make something musical out of that.
Mm. Can you share a story behind one of your most popular songs?
Uh, okay, one of the most popular songs, I would say Toxic Love. Yeah, it was one of our
Yeah.
most popular songs. And was this a day? It was me, Suki, Shana, Dova, and Wendy were in the studio. And I say, you know what? I think all of us have been playing together. We should just like create a song together. So I was like, I'll
Hmm.
come up with a hook. Dova, you do the first verse. Suki, you do the second verse. Shana, you do the third verse. And we just spent like maybe 3 hours in studio. Yeah, we made the
What
beat
will
like
happen?
yeah, and that's then we just decided like, no, I had my little phone, I made a video, and I think that was our first song to reach over a million views, 2 million views. Toxic
Yes,
Love.
yes. With a cell phone, by the way.
Yeah.
Wow, you see, it doesn't take much.
Yeah, I think it's not what you have, is how you use it and the knowledge you have. What we did, I used the cell phone to do the visuals, and I
Hmm.
made sure that I had a clean audio and added
Yeah,
the video so you know that everything was nice and clean.
yeah. Right. What do you think makes the music from Dominica unique in the Caribbean? Like
Oh,
most
I think
unique to the rest of the
you,
Caribbean islands?
well, what really makes the Bouillon music unique?
Bouillon music, yeah.
Yeah, I think Bouillon music is just the groove. It has a
Mhm.
really unique groove, different from all the other genres in the Caribbean. And it's something that I see a lot of bands, not from Dominica, they try to do it, but they just never get it right. No matter what,
Yeah.
they never get it right.
Hmm.
And I think also to our culture,
Hmm.
Dominica has a unique culture, especially when it comes to the Jinping and the Karas. Is there something that stands out, especially with our tones that we use in the music?
Yeah.
I think that plays a big aspect as well.
Yeah. I would have to definitely agree with you. I must say that the bouillon music, and specifically with you too, have really put us on the map. I've been in this country since 1987, and I have been asked several times, "Where are you from?" And I say
Yeah,
Dominica, and people always get it confused. Like I have to explain the differences between Dominica and Dominican Republic. However, I had a really proud moment last night. Actually, early this morning after I left your event, we stopped off at an eatery, and there were some guys there, and they were like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I was like, "Dominica," and they were like, immediately, "Oh, bouillon music, we know."
yeah,
I felt so proud because I didn't have to explain the differences, where I came from. So, and this has a lot to do with, you all putting us out there on the map. So, thank you.
you're welcome.
Right. So, winning a Caribbean Music Award is a huge achievement, right? What does this award mean to you personally and for the Dominican music industry?
Oh, well, for me personally, it was just really a great feeling to get international recognition for all the work I've been consistently putting in from since 2018. Like every year, I've been releasing albums, I've been producing other artists, I've been doing
Mhm.
shows, and just really getting my breaking barriers to a wider audience. And I think last year was really a good year because we had like close to 45 million streams altogether,
Yeah.
and that is comparable to like the other top other Trini artists from Trinidad.
Hmm.
That shows that we do have a big audience and we can use our platform to really gain more. And I think it was just about doing the business right as well because a lot of guys didn't really have their publishing in place, the royalties, the distribution. So we made sure to do the business right, and it paid off in the end.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. How do you feel your music resonates with the audiences across the Caribbean and beyond?
Oh, I think it resonates because
Yeah.
We have sold out shows back to back in the Caribbean. Sometimes they don't speak English and they're singing our songs word for word. So I think that we found a way to really connect with people and their soul, especially with our melodies and the type of
Mhm.
rhythm and the live drums in our music. I think that people really appreciate that aspect of what we've been
Yeah.
doing.
All right. Okay. In what ways do you think your music has, well, I just said it, right? I'm going to this question, trailblazing into a question that I literally just answered. What ways that your music has sort of put Dominica on the map? So we can definitely, um, what message do you hope to send through your music to like your fans and the rest of the world?
Well, I just really try and make people happy and dance, and give them something
Mhm.
really relatable, and also touch on subjects that are often taboo, because life we
Yeah.
live in, like especially when I studied the nasty business genre, it was like, what are you singing about nasty business, whatever. But like, they ain't not singing about stealing and saying about killing or raping. It's just like, hey, nasty business, what
Mhm.
has me and you there? It wasn't for that, we wouldn't have no me or you. So why we cannot talk about it? And I think it has a place, it has a time, it has an audience, and it really was just really a marketing to get people to force to listen to the boyo, and pay attention to the boyo. And then we started to switch it over. Like as you can see right now, we're more into kind of love boyo kind of songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah.
has worked out. It did what it needed to
Mhm.
do. And I just want to continue making boyo go through the different emotions and to continue trending and breaking barriers.
Yeah. It must have been a shock to some folks' system when you all first started releasing the nasty business music. But I'm pretty
Oh,
sure they all kind of they
yeah, man. For the first 2 years, yeah, it was basically I took all the blows. I took all the hits
yeah.
because my family Catholic, Dominica is a Catholic country, and I was like, "Oh, what kind of song you singing?" And yeah, I was not getting any airplay, but the French territories were really digging it. And
Hmm.
Martinique, Guadeloupe has a heavy influence on Dominica. So when they saw how the
Yeah.
outside world was digging it, especially when we made that song with
Hmm.
Suki, it gripping, gripping, gripping. That was like this, the gate open.
Yes. Yeah. I remember that song very well.
Yeah.
So, what are your goals moving forward for your music career?
Oh, well, just to continue making good music and also trying to get Buyo officially recognized as a genre. Because when you
Yeah.
go on Spotify, Apple Music, you still don't see Buyo as a genre. And like when it's soca, only recently they start getting like a genre because before you have to go on the reggae to find soca.
Mhm.
So my goal is to get Buyo officially recognized as a genre and also to try to go more mainstream with the Buyo, and make more money for us, the artist industry, and the economy.
Okay. Are there any upcoming projects or collaborations that you would like to share? You don't have to go in
Oh,
depth, but
yeah, well, yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, the only way for us to get the Booyah out there is to really share it with the outside world and collab with different artists. So, I did one with
Mhm.
Problem Child from St. Vincent. I should have
Mhm.
something coming up with one to other Trini artists and Grenadian artists that are trending right now, and also in the French world. But I'll leave that as a mystery and a surprise for the rest.
Yes, yes. Stay tuned, folks. Something big is coming up.
Mhm.
How do you see the future Dominican and Caribbean music evolving?
Um, I think right now, like the world really wants something new. And I think that what Booyah
Mhm.
really brought a new energy, a new vibe, a new song. And if we can find the right formula to fuse it with the other genres, I think that will have a really big impact on the outside world, especially if we can get these small islands to really connect to each other. Because that has been my goal right now. Like it's small island time, is the small islands really
Yeah.
taking over, not just Dominica, but other small islands as well. Grenada, St.
Mhm.
Vincent, St. Lucia, and the USVI.
Yeah.
We just on a mission, to really show them that
Mhm.
we have our song, we stand behind our song, we have a strong culture, and we here
Mhm.
to stay.
Right. So, a big question: if you weren't a musician, what do you think you'd be doing today?
If I was a miss, I think I'd be a videographer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Similar. Okay. You would still be all right. You'd still be connected to the music industry
yeah,
somehow, right?
somehow, yeah.
So I would like to ask you a question about what were you thinking of when you all sort of worked on "Bitch, Do You Miss Me"?
Oh, well, I think at that
What
time,
was going on there?
well, that song is a really the idea came from Pudas. Pudas is the one that came up with the idea, and I think that time he was going through a lot
Hmm.
of woman drama. Like Pudas have a lot of woman drama at the time, you know. And then he sang the song, and then we had another beat, but the beat I find it wasn't really. I sometimes you have the music have to match what you're singing about, you know. So if the song is about kind of sad or it's like a gospel song, the music have to make you feel that type of way too. So what I
Hmm.
did, I created a beat from scratch for him, and he executed the song. And it was in
Hmm.
France when we did that. We was on tour in France. We was on a France tour, European tour. And
Hmm.
when he came back on Dominica release, it was like almost instant. Everyone was like, "Yeah,
Great. We can take some questions from the audience if you all want to pose a question.
okay."
Let's see. We just have a lot of good evenings, and let's go. Just give them time to, if they're asking. If you all have any questions, you can tell. We have some clapping hands. Any questions? Now is your time. If you wanted to ask Mr. Ridge a question, feel free to put it in the chat.
How about if you had to sing a Boyo song, what kind of song would you want to sing?
What I want to sing? Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Um, that's funny. I had, what would I see? You put me on the spot. I don't know. Maybe I say, "Man, do you miss me?" Sometimes I think about Booyah music when folks are, "Do you want to go here?" And then be like, "Oh, there you go again, following Charlene. She's all over the place. I don't know. I don't know. That's hard. You put me on the spot. That's a hard question."
That's something to think about.
um, yeah, it is something to think about. So I have a question from Karima. Said, "Do you plan to come to Maryland to perform in the future?"
Oh yeah, for sure. I was there like about 2 months ago. I was in like Washington, Maryland. Yeah, I was in the DMV area. Yeah, but I'll be back.
Yeah.
Definitely be back.
Okay. Oh, Hot Nuts wants to know, are you still working with Suki?
Suki, unfortunately not. I try my best to really put him out and get him out there, but the substance abuse just really has a hold on him, and he doesn't want to go to rehab. And I try to bring him to rehab. He doesn't want to go, and yeah, it's just not working out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would have to agree with that, and that's definitely something that we would have to like. I plan to like touch on in terms of talking about, because substance abuse is a really sort of, yeah, prevalent in the Caribbean. So yeah. Um, any other questions? Okay, so I have a question. What is a fun fact about you that most people wouldn't know?
I'm a single dad.
And I just learned that actually the mother of your child is sort of connected to my my cousin is her aunt.
Oh wow.
Just learned that. Yeah. Oh, Karima says, "Oh, women just love to hear guys say I'm a single dad."
Yeah.
She goes, "Oh." So next question: what advice would you give to a young artist that is looking to get into the music industry, either in Dominica or the Caribbean or internationally?
Well, I think artists is just like really be consistent, stay true to
Mhm.
yourself, and try and find your song and what resonates with you, because music is a thing. Like if you singing or you line about something, like the audience can really tell. That's why sometimes some artists they sing some songs just doesn't really go with their character and their kind of energy, because they don't have the conviction in their voice. You really have to sometimes have to live a certain life to really sing about certain things, you know.
Mhm.
So I think just be consistent, be true to yourself, put in the work, and also, I mean, be fair. Sometimes a lot of artists or musicians, they don't be fair. They don't like to pay. They will think like everything's for free. But like, if people working, like, if you're really pushing your music, like, put your all into your music, and you have to invest in yourself for your music to work for
Mhm.
you. Music is something you have to put money behind it. You have to push it out. You have to market it for you to get the benefits and reap the awards.
Yeah, I think folks are not really aware of all the behind the scenes work that it takes to
Yeah.
put something together and how expensive it is to put something together. Particularly when you're traveling internationally to perform, like there's, costs for airfare, hotel, and, room and board and so on and so forth. So they don't understand. Like $60, oh my God, that's a lot of
Yeah.
money. Yeah. Oh, Kurima says great advice. That's awesome. So, is there anything that you'd like to say to your fans or supporters?
Oh, well, let's continue supporting the mission, the movement, and thanks for voting for me for Boy Arts of the Year. I went up against some big dogs and was victorious. And also, what I can say again? Yeah, I just love you guys. I love you guys. Thanks for supporting me, and thanks for coming out. All looking out from Queens last night. Just continue pushing the movement and pushing Dominica and the small islands on the map.
Yeah, I would have to say that it was such a surprise when they called your name and you won the Artist of the Year award. It was like, are you kidding me? My little island. So that oh, Hatna said that she's a big fan. Oh, that's nice.
Thank you so much, Miss.
So yeah. I would have to say, I remember I interviewed someone last year after Labor Day, and we were talking about, I sort of mentioned you about crossing bridges, and there's certain bridges we try not to cross. Like I'm driving from Maryland, and then if I still have to go to a party in the Bronx, it's like, okay. So it just kind of fit, like miss the bridge, cross the bridge. So it was really nice, and I appreciate you sort of joining us today. You could have been anywhere else, and you chose to have your fans sort of kind of get to know you personally, and I truly appreciate you, coming on tonight. So thank you.
Hey, man, thanks for having me.
Sure, absolutely. All right, thanks.
All right, take care.
Mhm.